Nithyanandam, welcome to all those who are joining us live for the Nithyananda Yoga session. Please come and settle down on your mat. Sit with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Hands in the Atmanjali Mudra. As we start by chanting the Sadguru Vandanam, invoking the presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, before we enter into Nithyananda Yoga. नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं Sadgurum Tam Namami. Next, we'll be chanting the Shivamula Mantra Japa. This is chanting of the Mula Mantra of Paramashiva. Beautifully in the Agamas, Paramashiva reveals that a Mula Mantra of any deity, of any god or goddess, is like the soul of a human body. When we chant this Mula Mantra, Paramashiva lands so powerfully in our space that yoga moves from being just a physical practice to a methodology, a kriya to manifest the divine. That is why Swamiji says yoga is a ritual. To chant this Shivamula Mantra, you will need to chant it internally, which is within your inner space, without any movement of the vocal organs. So now, sit straight, close your eyes, connect to Swamiji, connect to Paramashiva in your inner space, and we will be chanting the Mula Mantra out loud for you to follow along 11 times. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. Om Ham Haum Shiva. Om Ham Haum Shivaya Namaha. 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 The next will be entering into the Tattvachamanam. Now, to receive Paramashiva's energy, we need to ritualistically cleanse our entire body and mind from all the activities of the day so that we can become a pure vessel to receive Paramashiva's energy. For the Tattvachamana, please make sure you have your Panchapatam and Uddharini. The traditional cup and spoon used in the rituals filled with some fresh water. Take your right hand and place it in the Gokarna Mudra, bending the index finger and slightly cupping the palm. Take an Uddharini of water, put it in the center of your palm, and sip the water that flows through the base of your palm at the end of each of the following mantras. Om Atma Tattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Om Vidya Tattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Om Shiva Tattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Now, take an Uddharini of water and wash your hand. With the base of the right hand thumb, wipe your upper and lower lip from right to left along with the following mantra. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Wash your hand. With the tips of the index, middle and ring fingers joined together, touch above your upper lip and below your lower lip. Again, wash your hand. With the tip of the right hand, thumb and index finger joined together, touch your right nostril, left nostril. With the tips of the right hand, thumb and ring finger joined together, touch your right eye, right ear and left ear. Again, wash your hand. With the base of the right hand, thumb and little finger joined together, touch your navel center, right chest and left chest. With all the fingers of your right hand joined together, touch the top of your head, right shoulder, left shoulder. The creation of the conscious resolution. What are you looking to manifest through Nithyananda Yoga today? Are you wanting to manifest that ultimate space of Paramashivatva? Or health, wealth? Are you looking to manifest anything that you want today? Hold that in your inner space. When we do Nithyananda Yoga, we create the sankalpa to manifest eternal health, a yogic body, strong limbs, and ultimately the powers of Paramashiva. And what this means is any intention you hold simply manifests. So, with that, let us enter into the Sankalpa. Take a moment to consciously visualize in detail how you want this Sankalpa to manifest today. Close your eyes and intensely visualize exactly how this Sankalpa shall play out, shall manifest, frame by frame, scene by scene. Now, place your right hand over your left, clasping the palms together in the Sankalpa Mudra. Place both your hands on the top of your right thigh. Sit straight as we chant the Sankalpa Mantra. ॐ ममोपात्त समस्त दुरितक्षयद्वारा भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थं श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थं च शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीयपरार्धे श्वेतवराह कल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शकाब्धे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये विश्वावसुनाम संवत्सरे दक्षिणायने श्रीलक्ष्मी वेंकटेश्वर ऋतौ शुभमासे शुभपक्षे त्रयोदश्यां शुभतिथौ बुधवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकरण एवं गुणविशेषणविशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ श्रीकैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्तश्यामलापीठारूढ श्रीमीनाक्षी सुन्दरेश्वराभिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्ररत्नकुमार गुरुमन्यतुल्यावतार श्रीपार्वती स्तन्यपाणलब्धदिव्यज्ञानविश्रुत सकलनिगमागमसारभूत द्राविडवेदप्रवक्तृ परमशिवकरुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान् गीयमान छत्र चामर श्रीचिह्नकाहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्यापवर्गवर्ष परमत कलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्रीराजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार्ह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमत् वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्तृ सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनाम अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तृ साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अरवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमद् जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थं तेषां पादारविन्दैः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थं गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं क्षेम स्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थं मम समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्त मंगलावाप्त्यर्थं भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव कृपा कटाक्षेन पूर्ण आरोग्य युक्त दृढ़गात्र यौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थं नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. Now please take an udharini of water and wash off your hands. Om apaupasprisya. Take a moment to place your panchapatram farther away from you so that it doesn't come in the way as we get into Nithyananda Yoga. So now it's time for us to start with some warm-ups. Let's begin with coming to a standing position on your mat. And let's start with ankle rotations. So pick up your right leg and bring it to knee level. And let's start by rotating our ankles in a deep clockwise motion. Allow the joint to fully stretch out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Drop the leg and switch around to your left leg now. Now again, in a clockwise motion, a deep ankle rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switching directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Bring your hands to your knees and let's now rotate our knees. First step of the warm-up, opening up all the joints in the body. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switching directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Spread your legs apart. Bring your hands to your hips. Push your hips out in a wide circular motion, opening them out in the most deepest way possible. When you go down, you should feel your hamstrings completely stretching. Yes. 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Now switch directions. 1. Give it a full rotation. Don't do just a half rotation. 2, 3. Remember to keep your knees straight. 4 and 5. Yes, very nice. Now continue to keep your feet wide apart. If you want, you can stretch them a little bit more and lean forward and down to the ground. Try to bring your hands onto the ground and lower yourself. If you can bring your entire palm to the ground, that's amazing. Try to lower your forearms as well, all the way reaching yourself to the ground. So if you can do your palms, that's great, or else try to bring your forearms to the ground and give yourself a deep stretch in your thighs and hamstrings. Your thighs and hamstrings are most often the most stiffest parts of your body. So let's give it a nice stretch. And walk yourself to your right leg. Giving yourself a nice stretch. Try to bring your forehead to the knee. And switch over to your left leg. Again, trying to bring your forehead to your knee. Feel the entire leg's muscles lengthening. Yes. Come back to a standing position. Next, we're going to be twisting at the torso to open up our shoulders, back, and torso muscles. So start to rotate from side to side. When you do this, just go along with the flow of your momentum. Feel your shoulders opening out wide. Hold your elbows up. Yes. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Now, bring your hands to your shoulders and let's give a nice shoulder rotation. So, bring your elbows forward first, touching them together in front of you before sending them back again. 2. Remember to breathe deep. 3, 4, 5. And switch directions. 1. Again, remember to touch it in front of you, your elbows. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Stretch your hands out. Let's give a nice wrist rotation now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switching directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Now our neck. Final rotation. Final stretch in this initial warm-up, which is rotating your neck. Give it a nice stretch in all the directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Really take the time to loosen out the knots in your neck, because this is what we are straining the most as we sit hunched over our computers the whole day. So switch directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yes. So with that, we'll be entering into the skeleton dance. The skeleton dance is one of the most powerful meditation techniques revealed by Swamiji himself for the modern day. Because what it does is it strengthens our bone structure, and not just that, it strengthens the bone structure of our entire life, which is our integrity. Anything, if we want to be successful in life, we just need integrity towards that. This powerful meditation process of the skeleton dance creates that within you. It's very simple. Just stand straight, close your eyes for a moment, and visualize yourself as a skeleton. You are no more filled with muscles, blood, organs, tissues, skin. You are not the way you perceive yourself to be from the outside. You are just pure bones. Visualize your physical body as just pure bones. And from that visualization, start to shake intensely. Start to move your body intensely. Whether it's your wrists, your hands, your neck, move all the joints of your body intensely.
Nithyananda Nithya Vittale Megharupa Nithyananda Manasa Chora Nithyananda Vrinda Vihara Nithyananda Megharupa Nithyananda Megharupa Nithyananda Manasa Chora Nithyananda Vrinda Vihara Nithyananda Vedarupa Nithyananda. Panduranga Jaya Vittale Nithyananda Nithya Vittale 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 Nandishwara He Nithyananda Nandatmaja He Nithyananda Nagavarana Nithyananda Nadaswarupa Nithyananda Nandishwara He Nithyananda Nadatmaja He Nithyananda Nagavarana Nithyananda Nadaswarupa Nithyananda Panduranga Jaya Vittale Nithyananda Nithya Vittale 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 Natavara Lala Nithyananda Giridhara Bala Nithyananda Kalyuga Deva Nithyananda Sadguru Nada Nithyananda Natavara
Take a few moments to walk back and forth on your mat and catch your breath. Just resting for a few seconds, evening out the breathing cycle. Perfect. So now as we get into the various asanas of the Trithiya Vinyasa Krama, we will be starting with a few stretches since the first asana we're going to be looking at today is an intense back stretch asana. So this asana will actually require us to have an intense back stretch. Let's take a few moments to loosen out the muscles of our back before we get into the asana. So first we'll be coming into Bhujangasana, which is coming onto your stomach. Bring your hands by your side and push your upper body high up. Keep your upper body completely high up as much as you can. Remember, the goal here is the back stretch. It is not straightening your hands. So when you're going up from a lying down position, feel your back stretching. Your hips have to be pressed into the ground. Go up to the extent you can while keeping your hips pressed into the ground. Yes, push yourself. Try to bring your hips closer and closer towards the ground while extending your upper body off the ground. Also, one tip is to keep your toes together to get a deeper stretch. Let's take a few seconds to do this and intensely give ourselves a deep back stretch. Try to relax your shoulders and not hunch them up towards your ears. Relax for a moment before going back up into the asana. Remember to breathe deeply. This will open up the lower back, since especially in this asana we'll be working on the lower back, which is the asana we're entering into, Petaputyasana. Yes. Now you can take a moment to partner up with someone in your house if you have someone with you to help you get a deeper stretch. They can hold on to your hands and help you stretch out your back a bit more deeper. Remember to be in the space of listening with your partner, not pull you more deeper than is your comfort zone. Yes, beautiful. And when you're ready, you can relax and switch partners as well so that both of you get a deep stretch as you're doing Nithyananda yoga. You should push yourself to get a deeper stretch while remaining in your safe comfort zone without hurting yourself. So you can go a little bit more deeper into the stretch. And relax. Okay. One more stretch for the back before we enter into the asana itself, which is Dhanurasana. You're going to, from a lying down position on your mat, you're going to hold on to your toes and lift yourself up and off the ground, lifting your upper body and your thighs together simultaneously off the ground. So again, this will work out the lower back very intensely. You can do it a few times in a dynamic motion to get a deeper stretch. So relax and raise up. When you do raise up, make sure you're giving yourself your maximum stretch. Then relax again and raise up. Relax one last time and raise up. Yes, beautiful. Okay, now it's time for us to enter into Petaputyasana. So Initially, we'll start off with me demonstrating how to do this asana for all of you. I'll just demonstrate once and then we can get into the various techniques. There are about 3 ways you can get into this asana, so we'll be looking at all 3 of them. So in Petaputi asana, we're going to be coming into Chakrasana, but then walking our hands as close to our feet as possible. So you're going to be walking your hands as close to your feet as you can. And that is Petaputi asana. So now as you saw, let's all try. The first initial way of getting into the asana is from a lying down position. So let's all attempt this first. Come to a lying down position. And from here, we'll be seeing how to position our body in such a way that we're able to be successful in this asana. First is our feet. Give your feet a strong base, the way you position it with your feet together. Slightly place your feet apart so that you get better balance. Then your hands, you're going to be twisting your wrist from above and placing it on the ground as close under your shoulders as you can. Now, what helps you is bringing your feet as close to your body as you can and bringing your hands as close to your shoulders as you can. When you do this, you will find it much more easier for you to get into the asana. From here, you will raise up. You will raise up from the middle and come into the chakrasana, the back bending position. So now one thing, common mistake a lot of people tend to do is they first raise their hips up. And when the hips are raised, all the weight goes on the hands and the hands are not yet strong enough to be able to push you off the ground. Same way, many people first try to push the hands up and they get stuck over here because then the weight is on the hips and they're not able to raise up. So the best thing to do is equally, simultaneously push off with your legs and your hands. Yes, the hips will go up first, but there has to be a simultaneous force on the hands such that you're able to raise. Okay, let's all do this first. Come into the chakrasana position with your hips high. This center part of your where your back exactly bends is what you're going to be raising from. Let's all raise up once. Yes. Now, from this position, you're going to attempt to walk your hands closer to your legs or your legs closer to your hands, whichever one is the most comfortable for you. Try to bring them as close to each other as possible, attempting to touch your hands and legs together. Remember, the stretch will be happening in your middle, in the center back. This is where you will mainly feel the stretch and where you need to bend from. Let's take a few more seconds to try by ourselves to walk our hands closer and closer towards our legs. Keep 2 focuses, okay, when you're doing this. One is you're going to focus on trying to push your hips. One is you're going to try focusing on pushing your hands off the ground. On pushing your hips up higher, which is bending at the waist. And your other focus is on straightening the knees. It will be an intense bend in the back, which you have to go through the whole process to master it. See, when you raise up like this, 2 focuses. Try bringing your navel higher as you're walking your hands closer and try straightening your legs more. And that's where you will get the deeper stretch happening in the center of your torso. Okay, now the second way that you can get into this asana. The first way we all saw from a lying down position. The second way you can get into this asana is by coming from a standing position. From a standing position, you can first allow your one hand to come onto the ground like this, right? And then turn around, bringing the other hand over it. So you can do this. Let's all attempt to do it. Come from a standing position. Bring one hand to the ground behind you. And then turn around, bringing the other hand overhead. Yes, this is the second way you can. Again, try to walk your hands and legs as close to each other. Yes. And the third and most final way of doing this is directly from a standing position. So initially, to take help, you can either do it with the support of a wall or with the support of a partner. So with the partner support, how you'll do it is they will be holding behind your back and you will be going backwards from a standing position and lowering yourself to the ground. So please make sure that your partner is able to support your weight when you are getting into this asana. Or you can use the support of a wall to do it with the wall support where you can walk your hands down the wall onto the ground. So we can all partner up and take partner support to do this asana. Or of course, if you have already mastered this, you can do it on your own without any support. So when you're supporting your partner, to make it most safest, support them at the waist and the upper back. Support them at the waist and upper back so that you can handle their weight when it comes over you. So this is how we can also, the different ways that you can master this asana. So in Petuputi Asana, you're going to be visualizing yourself as a supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva. Continue doing the Sahaja Kumbhaka, which is a simple breathing in and out in this position. The japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, remember to clench the Moola Bandha in Petuputi Asana. आसन को गुण पान अपान की गाथी सूते जालंधर बंध लागे and slowly relax. Yes, so that was a very intense stretch we all got for our backs. Let's take a few moments to relax our backs in Vajrasana. You can lean forward and down from a seated position to loosen out your backs nicely. Sitting on your heels in Vajrasana. Take a few moments to breathe in and out deeply and slowly. Feel that stretch in your lower back. It should be stretching you out, loosening your lower back. And and raise up. So the next asana we'll be entering into is Vichitra Karani. Now Vichitra Karani will also be giving us a nice counter stretch for Petaputi asana which we just did. I'll demonstrate it first, then we can all follow along and get into the details of how to do Vichitra Karani. So this is how we're going to be doing the Vichitra Karani. Vichitra Karani is basically where you're going to be getting a hamstring stretch but while being supine, while being laying on your back. So first you can come to a seated position with your legs in front of you, and then you can lay onto your back, lifting your legs and hips up as high as you can before lowering your feet to the ground above your head. Lower the feet to the ground above your head and hold on to your toes. Straighten out your knees. Holding on to your toes, lower your feet to the ground. Trying to straighten out your legs as much as possible. Gaze to your nose, visualizing yourself as the supreme pontiff of Hinduism. Continue to clench the Moola Bandha, doing the Sahaja Kumbhaka, and hold in Vichitra Karani. Atha Vichitra Karani शयितपश्चिमतानस्थे हस्तौ तत्र प्रसारयेत् पादौ दण्डासनं कृत्वा विचित्रकरणी भवेत्. Straighten out your legs as much as you can in Vichitrakarani. So take a moment and you can try to get deeper into the asana as well. And relax. Now from here we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Parashvasana. So in Parashvasana, you're going to come to a complete lying down position with your legs extended out straight. Bringing one hand is going to be resting by the side of your body, while the other hand raises up and comes towards your nose in a straight position. And then you're going to lower that hand to the nose on the ground while lifting the other hand into the same position. So it's a dynamic movement asana, Parashvasana, where you're going to be switching your hands, coming up to your nose and back down. In this asana, you're going to visualize yourself as a hatchet being thrown. See, all these asanas, the visualizations are very powerful. When you hold yourself in that visualization, those powers, your integrity, your authenticity, responsibility and enriching get strengthened very powerfully, so that when you manifest your daily life, you're able to incorporate all the highest values into your daily life. In Parashvasana, do the Sahaja Kumbhaka, the simple breathing in and out, clenching your perineum in the Moola Bandha with the japa of Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Parashvasana. पादतले भूमौ निधाय जानुनी उरसि निधाय विपरीतहस्ताभ्याम् उरुसहितजङ्घे निबध्य तिष्ठेत्. पाशासनं भवति. पार्ष्णिभ्यां भूमिम् अवष्टभ्य हस्तद्वयेन गुल्फौ धृत्वा तिष्ठेत्. कादम्बं भवति. So from here we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Dakshinasana. In Dakshinasana, you're going to be laying down on your right side. Okay, this is very important. You're going to lay down on your right side and stretch your body out while resting your elbow on your head. Okay, so your entire body is going to be flat on the ground while your elbow is resting on the ground underneath your head. This is Dakshinasana. In this position, you're going to visualize yourself as Bhagavan Dakshinamurti, the ultimate Parama Guru, Adi Guru, the first form of Paramashiva as a Guru in Dakshinasana. Do the Sahaja Kumbhaka, clench your perineum in the Moola Bandha with a japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. शय्यर्जुदक्षिणाङ्गेन मस्तकेऽधो निधाय सः दक्षं हस्तं च वामं तु जङ्घपृष्ठे ततो जपेत् शम्प्रयातिरुजा शोको दुःस्वप्नं वीर्यपातनं पचनशक्तिरग्निस्तु वर्धते दक्षिणासनैः. So actually this asana is very powerful in removing all the kinds of bad dreams as well as helping in increasing the digestive capabilities of the body. So for anyone who suffers from bad dreams or from digestive issues, this asana is very powerful to help you. And now we can all come back onto our stomach as we enter into Shalabhasana. So Shalabhasana is going to be an asana that's working out our back muscles intensely. So in Shalabhasana, we're going to be working out our back muscles. Come to a laying down position. Now from here, with your hands extended backwards, you're going to be lifting your upper body and your legs as high up off the ground as you can. Now remember, your legs have to immediately go as high as they can while lifting your upper body as well off the ground. So this is Shalabhasana, Shalabhasana 2, where you'll be visualizing yourself as a locust. See, if at all you're struggling, you feel that you're not able to go up high either here or here, hold that visualization intensely of you as a locust. Clench your perineum and the Moola Bandha. These two components will help you to go much deeper into the asana. You yourself will see the power of conscious visualization. So hold that visualization in your inner space. Clench your perineum immediately in the Moola Bandha and lift your upper body and legs high up off the ground. Yes, relax. Let's do it one more time to get deeper and raise up. In Shalabhasana, visualizing yourself as a locust, do the Jivachala Kumbhaka. As you inhale, feel the prana spreading throughout your body before exhaling. Shalabhasana. शलभासनभेदाश्च नतभेरुण्डनामके गण्डभेरुण्डसहिते शीर्षदण्डासनं तथा. See, as we're doing all of these asanas, let's please be in awareness. Let's not, requesting everybody here, do not do any asanas beyond your physical capability. Be in the space of listening with your body, and if at all you have any medical conditions or you are not in optimal health, please do consult your medical professional or doctor before attempting any of the asanas we are doing in the Nithyananda Yoga. And always follow the instructions. Do not try anything on your own, and even as you're doing it, do not exceed the physical capabilities of your body when doing any of these asanas. The next will be entering into Bhekasana. So again, continue to be in alignment position on your stomach. Bhekasana is again a very interesting asana which works on a unique part of your flexibility that very few other asanas actually target, which is the flexibility of the knee joints. So in Bhekasana, you're basically going to be bringing your feet to the ground beside your hips. You want to be bringing your feet to the ground beside your hips. And actually one thing to really help you is visualizing yourself as a frog. Since in Bhekasana, the expression is that of a frog. Visualizing yourself as a frog, try to bring your feet closer to the ground beside your hips. Let's take a few moments to work with our body. Try to bring you can first start off with the left leg, okay? First, just trying to bring the left leg to the ground. So you'll see that this is easier because the hips will slightly shift towards the left, allowing the left foot to reach the ground. Let's hold it for a few seconds there. As you're holding it, try to shift your hips to the center. So don't worry about the other leg, but try to shift the weight of your hips towards the center. Okay, relax. And let's do this on the right side now. Push your right leg towards the ground. Again, the hips will slightly shift towards the right. And then try to bring your hips more centered. So one thing that it's common to notice is one leg will come easier than the other. So try to be aware of that part of the aspect of your body. So you can try switching your legs and then eventually you'll come to a balance where you're able to actually bring both the legs to the ground. And hold it in Bhekasana. In Bhekasana, continue the Jivachala Kumbhaka, clenching your perineum in the Moola Bandha. Visualizing yourself as a frog with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Bakambhe chaiva makaram matsya namakam matsyendram dvividham chatra kundali bodhakaranam. Take a moment to relax. See, the next asana we are entering into is also a very powerful back stretching asana. It is Bherundasana. So again, I'll show once how I'll be demonstrating once how we can all get into this asana. You can observe it and then I'll guide each of you through step by step. So in Bherundasana, it is an isometric hold where you'll be in an uneven position, allowing the body to discover new neural pathways. With one leg pressed to the ground, the other leg will be extended up high. So this is how we'll be doing Bherundasana. Starting off with the left leg down and the right leg up. So the right leg lifts up while the left leg comes towards the ground. This is Bherundasana. So let's all do it together now. Come onto your stomach. The main stretch you get is for your right shoulder and back in this asana. So first try to push your left leg towards the ground. Hold it there. So it doesn't have to be all the way touching the ground. It just has to be towards the hip. So use your left hand to hold on to your left foot towards the hip. Holding on to the right foot from outside and lifting your foot up as high as you can. So this will take some getting used to because our body is so used to functioning together like that. When one is down and one is up, it will take some extra bit of awareness into the way our body moves to raise into this position. Let's all do it. One thing that will help you is visualizing yourself as a hyena or another beast of prey. In Bherundasana, do the Jivachala Kumbhaka, clench your perineum in the Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Let's all do Bherundasana together now. Yes, get a nice stretch over there. Shalabhasana bhedascha natabherunda namake ganda bherunda sahite shirshadandhasanam tatha. And relax. In Bherundasana or the other side, just being in the same position, switch your legs around. Pull the Right leg towards the ground while the left leg extends upwards. It's just the same asana and you're switching the sides. That's all. Pull your right leg to the ground while your left leg extends up, visualizing yourself as a hyena. Clenching your perineum, the Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoha. शलभासनभेदाश्च नतभेरुण्डनामके गण्डभेरुण्डसहिते शीर्षदण्डासनं तथा. And relax. Yes, let's take a few moments to relax those shoulders and spine. Come on to your knees, stretch your hands forward. Allow your shoulders to relax. When you're here, try to extend your spine. Walk your hands forward, extending your spine as much as you can. Yes, you can slowly relax now. The next, we are going to be entering into a Karana. The Karanas are the powerful dance movements revealed by Paramashiva. There are 108 Karanas in total. And these 108 Karanas are literally a condensed version of the 1008 asanas in Nithyananda Yoga. Now we are going to be doing the Karana as it's one of the 12 components of yoga. Yoga is not limited to just a physical posture but has so many components added within it. And one of them is the Karanas. So for doing the Shakatasya Karana, you're going to lay down on your stomach. Take a deep inhalation, expanding the chest. Lift one arm over your head, holding the respective foot with that toe above your head, and then relax and repeat this on the other side. So come onto your stomach. And from here, you're going to inhale, lifting your chest up and reaching your foot back to the hand back to the respective foot and relaxing and repeating this on the other side. So switching between the hands and the legs. You can hold on to your toe in the Prana Mudra and then switch. Yes. From here, we enter into the next asana. Which is Shulasana. So continue being in a lying down position. You're just going to be raising onto your elbows. This is a very simple asana, a nice, relaxing and simple asana. Lift your toes pointed upwards towards the sky at a 90-degree angle and bring your hands to rest onto your chin to rest onto your hands. So this is how we do Shulasana. In Shulasana, you're going to be visualizing yourself as the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. Continue with the Jivachala Kumbhaka, clenching your perineum in the Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Shulasana. कूर्पराभ्याम् अवनिमवष्टभ्य हस्ततलाभ्याम् हनुम् अवष्टभ्य उत्तिष्ठेत् शूलासनं भवति. and into Makarasana in the same position. Resting your hand on your chin. So resting your chin on your hands, but this time keep your fingers extended out straight. Let your feet rest flat on the ground. Keep your fingers straight. In Makarasana 2, visualizing yourself as an alligator gazing towards the nose, doing the Jivasana Kumbha, feeling the breath spreading throughout your body with the force of your will. Makarasana 2. So now from here we're going to be entering into a series of very deep back bending asanas, which is starting with Ganda Bhairundasana. So I'm going to be showing you once how to do it and then guiding you through step by step. We have three versions of Ganda Bhairundasana. We're going to first look at the first one, which is Ganda Bhairundasana 1. So I'll be demonstrating the asana first, how to get into it. So you can all take a moment to watch and see how exactly this asana is done. So basically in this asana, you're going to be lifting your body off the ground and bringing your feet towards your head in Ganda Bhairundasana. Now to start off with, see if you can do this asana already, you can definitely attempt it and try it. I'll first show you how exactly the steps are going to be. And then you can start to try doing this with a partner's help as well. So the steps basically are from a lying down position on your stomach, you're going to be bringing your hands by the side of your chest and lifting your hips up as high as you can. Okay, so the first step is you're going to lift your hips up as high as you can. Now your whole body's weight has to shift forward. That is a very important part. Now remember that this asana will be actually working on the neck area. So if you have the kantamala or any other necklaces, please make sure it's not under your neck. If it's any other necklace, you can take it off. Your kantamala, the rudraksha, can be moved towards the back so that it is not pressing onto your chest when you're doing the Ganda Bhairundasana. So from here, you're going to lift your hips up as high as you can. Then you're going to be, when you're doing it on your own, you will actually be kicking your legs up and off the ground to bring it over your head. With the help of a partner, they can hold on to one leg for you. They should stand in front of you, hold on to one leg of yours, and then help you slowly bring the other leg up. And when you're comfortable here, they can help you lower your head slowly, lower your legs slowly towards your head in Ganda Bhairundasana. So let's all take a few moments to try this out. You can even take a partner's help and do it.
So you can partner up, and even if you don't have a partner at your home, you can use a chair or a wall. Bring your hips up as much as you can. Lift your hips as much as you can, and make sure your weight is on, it'll be in this part of the chest, the neck, and the shoulders and the palms. Bring your weight there and slowly lift one leg. Yes. So here, the chin will stay on the ground, and almost the entire neck will be touching the ground. So try straightening your neck as much as possible. So hold one leg of your partner and lift the other one also. Now, if your partner is able to go further, you can bend their leg towards the head. Make sure you keep your neck flat on the ground and you move any necklaces or your kantamala back. And if your partner is bending the knees, you can hold the knees so the feet are free. So let's all attempt this asana. See here, the back bending is also important. So apart from the weight being on the knees, on the hands and the neck, the back also will bend a little bit. So you'll need to bend your back slightly so your feet are able to go more further. Okay, let's all attempt asana. Yes, and if you're on your cycle, if all for all women, if you're on your monthly cycle, please do not attempt this asana. Do not do any of the inverted poses.
So in this asana, you will be clenching the perineal floor and the Mula Bandha, visualizing yourself as a hyena, doing the Jiva Chala Kumbhaka, Ghanda Berundhasana. Salabhasana Bedascha Nata Bedunda Namake Ghanda Berunda Sahite Shishadanda Sanam Tata.
Now slowly relax. And the next asana is also a similar asana. The next asana is Gandhaperandasana. So the main difference in the two asanas are now from the hands being like this, the hands are going to be placed flat on the ground. And your neck will remain to be on the ground flat while you kick up your legs. And you can bring your feet as much as to the ground.
See, now understand, when we do these positions, one thing which happens most often is it takes a lot of time for your body to get used to that position. So do it inch by inch and step by step. As we enter into Gandhabherundasana 2, see, this main difference is the hands from here will be shifting straight out. This actually makes the asana easier. So we can all try it along. We can all do it together. This actually makes the asana much easier for your body to be able to balance. So when you raise up your hips again as high as you can. And then first lift one leg, okay, just to get used to the movement. First just lift one leg up. So this is where you're going to be kicking. Actually, this leg is going to be pulling the other leg up. See, when you're helping someone do it, always stand in front of them so that you're able to balance the weight up. First lifting one leg. So this leg is what will pull the other leg up. It's one leg supporting the other leg to raise up. So you'll actually find the weight shifting when you're doing this. Try pushing your hips back to balance out the weight a little bit. So this asana, again, to do it on your own requires a lot of coordination within your own body as well as the strength in the back muscles. So we can get into Shalabhasana, into Gandabherundasana. So let's do this asana, again visualizing yourself as the leader of a pack of hyenas or any other animal of prey in Gandabherundasana 2.
सलभासनभेदश्च नाटभेरुन्दनामके घण्टभेरुण्डसहिते शीर्षदण्डासनं तत्. Now in this same asana, Gandabherundasana 3, you're going to position your feet onto the ground in front of you.
So in this next Gandabherundasana 3, instead of trying to bring your leg towards your head, you're going to be attempting to bring your leg towards the ground in front of your head. It's just a slight difference. So you can continue to just work on this yourself in this asana, visualizing yourself as a hyena, in gazing towards your nose in Gandabherundasana 3, trying to bring your feet to the ground in front of you. शलभासनभेदाश्च नतभेरुण्डनामके गण्डभेरुण्डसहिते शीर्षदण्डासनं तथा. And slowly relax. Let's take a moment to loosen out our neck. You can bend your neck forward, especially forward because the stretch would have happened in the front. Okay, so before we fully relax, we have one last asana in this sequence, which is Viparita Shalabhasana, which is actually easier because in Viparita Shalabhasana, you're going to be getting into the same position, but without the need of bending your legs. So your legs are going to be straight and we're going to be doing the same position. So we can all get into it together. In Viparita Shalabhasana, you will be gazing towards your nose and visualizing yourself as a locust. So we can all do it together. So this is how we're going to be doing the asana. So you can actually try this if at all you are going and struggling a bit when you are doing the asanas with the bent legs. You can try to do this with keeping your leg completely straight and you'll actually find it so much more easier. Keep your knees straight and together. Yes. This will actually give you a lot of balance and you will be able to do this asana very powerfully. In Viparita Shalabhasana. शलभासनभेदाश्च नतभेरुण्डनामके गण्डभेरुण्डसहिते शीर्षदण्डासनं तथा. Okay, now we can take a few moments to relax our neck. All of us have gotten an amazing stretch as we did the Viparita Shalabhasana. So let's all rotate our neck out. Remember to be particularly sensitive to where the stretch was felt. And don't worry, this asana actually is not that hard to master, but it requires will persistence. If at all you are interested in mastering this asana, you can try it out every single day, even if you're just doing it on your own. And it will not take you more than a couple of weeks to master this asana. But also remember that if you have any medical conditions, please do consult with your doctor and do not exceed your physical limits when doing this asana especially. And if please do follow any medical advice that a medical professional gives you, and please do follow that when you are doing the Nithyananda yoga. And now we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Chaturanga Dandasana. So Chaturanga Dandasana is an asana that now we move off from our back onto our arms. So our arms actually will be getting a strengthening in this asana. Chaturanga Dandasana is where in a plank position you will be lowering yourself halfway towards the ground and holding. Visualizing yourself as a wooden staff or a plank. Doing the Jiva Chala Kumbhaka, clenching your perineum in the Moola Bandha with the Japa form Nithyananda Paramashoham. Let's all try it. So you'll be basically lowering yourself halfway to the ground with your elbows by the side of your chest. So this is how we're going to be doing Chaturanga Dandasana. See, one thing you can do if you find yourself you're not able to hold yourself there, do it on your knees initially to start off with. So keeping your knees, keep your body straight and lower yourself halfway towards the ground. Important, try to tuck your chin into your elbows into the side of your body as much as possible when you're in this asana. But whichever way you're doing it, try to keep your body in a complete straight position and do this asana. Chaturanga Dandasana. विपरीतं मण्डलं च द्विदैव विदितं हिनः दण्डासनं द्विधा प्रोक्तं विपरीतोपवेशने सर्वाङ्गशीर्षभागासु षट्षष्ठिः प्रतितास्तु ते. So now we can take a few minutes to cool down in the next asana, which is Niranjana Karmasana. Continue to be in a kneeling position. Bring your head towards the ground and your hands by the side of your ears. Visualize yourself free from all the karmas, all the resultant effects of your actions. You have raised to the higher frequency by doing Nithyananda Yoga today. Clench your perineum in the Moola Bandha. Suck your stomach in the Uddiyana Bandha. With the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Take a few minutes to relax here. Breathe in and out deeply. visualizing that with the force of your will, the prana is spreading throughout your body. अथ निरञ्जनकर्मासनं बालको गर्भशय्यायां तिष्ठेत् सङ्कुचितो यथा तथा गर्भासने योगी निरञ्जनविधिं भजेत्. Continue to stay there. And from here, you can raise up onto your hands and knees to get a deeper cool down. A little bit more of a cool down for your back, neck, and spine. Let your head rest loose between your hands. Push your spine up high, arcing your spine. Feel the stretch in your spine, shoulders, hips, and relax. Pushing your hips down, arcing your neck backwards. Raise up again. Push your spine up high. Pull your hips in. Bring your head down, shoulders tucked. And as you exhale, relax. Push your stomach down and head upwards. Arcing your back. One last time, inhale. Tuck your chin to your chest, pulling your spine inwards, giving it a nice stretch. And exhale, relaxing out, arcing the back forward. So with this, let's enter into our last asana of the day, which is Shavasana. You can come to a lying down position on your yoga mat. Keep your legs extended out straight, palms facing upwards, lay down on your back. In Shavasana, you'll have no movement within the body and mind. Visualize that you are dead. Your body is lying dead and you have been liberated by Swamiji. Keep your awareness on your breath. With the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, reverberating in your inner space. अथ शवासनम् उत्तानं शववद्भूमौ शयनं तु शवासनं शवासनं श्रान्तिहरं चित्तविश्रान्तिकारकम् Slowly move your hands and legs. Bring your knees to your chest and rock yourself up into a seated position. Congratulations to each and every one of you for completing today's Nithyananda Yoga. We had an amazing yoga with some deep back stretches. And don't forget to join us tomorrow as well for the live Nithyananda Yoga. If you enjoyed this yoga session today and want more such amazing revelations, do subscribe, share this video with friends and family, and give it a like. And with that, let us offer our gratitude at Swamiji's lotus feet by ending with the Purna Mantra. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्. Thank you everyone. Nithyanandam.